Kat Quinn here. Welcome. I am filming on the beautiful island of Nochilelihuam, which is on the unceded ancestral territories of the Squamish Nation. And we all deserve to feel a sense of safety, security, and stability in our lives, to have our basic needs of survival met, such as food, water, and shelter, and to find our sense of purpose and belonging, our place in this world. With everything that is going on in the world, the cost of living rising up, this sense of security and stability is not so stable and secure feeling anymore. It's really hard to ground into that energy when we look outside of ourselves. However, we can balance this energy within ourselves by connecting and balancing the root chakra, Muladhara. The chakra system is a system of energy along our spinal column, and the root chakra is at the base of our spine in our tailbone. It governs our lower body, like our legs, our roots, what connect us to the earth. And its color is the color of like this deep earthy red. And so when we balance this chakra, it creates the solid foundation for balancing all of the chakras above. Just like when you build a house, you have to set a solid foundation first so that you can build up from there. So today in our class, we're going to do a lot of grounding poses to kind of sense this stability within ourselves. And we're going to play around with the shape of the triangle, which is the most stable structure in nature. So you're welcome to take a nice, comfortable, tall seat. Soften or close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. And turn your attention inwards. And come to notice the quality and cadence of your breath without changing it. Notice how your breath is moving in and out of your body. And notice if you tend to breathe into a certain area more than others. And then come to focus your attention at the root of your spine and your tailbone. Just try and sense any energy there, any sensations. And we are going to practice Dirga Swasam Pranayama, the 3-part breath. It is done by inhaling to the low belly first, drawing the air through the rib cage and up to the collarbones. And then when you exhale, you'll exhale from your collarbones first, then your ribs, and then all the air out of your bellies. So let's take a clearing breath in and out together first. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale to your low belly first. Draw the air up and through your rib cage and then all the way up to your collarbones. Exhale from your collarbones first, then your ribs, and then all the air out of your low belly. Inhale deep to your low belly, expand your rib cage, draw it up to your collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. Continue on as you breathe into the 3 parts of your abdomen. And while you do so, on your inhalations, visualize a glowing orb of deep earthy red light housed in your root in your tailbone. And on your inhales, it rises up your spine to the crown of your head. And when you exhale, visualize it as it descends back down into your tailbone. Inhale, this glowing orb of red light rises up to the crown of your head. Exhale, this glowing orb of red light descends back down. Inhale, it rises up. Exhale, it descends back down. Continue on as you follow your own breath here, visualizing this globe of light as it moves up and down your spine. As you keep breathing here, just notice if you feel or sense any subtle differences in the base of your tailbone. We will open our practice by chanting one sound of Om together. This is the universal seed sound of the universe, and it connects us all in divine harmony. And there are three sounds that together create the sound of Om, an A, O, M sound. You can bring your hands together at heart center. Let's take a clearing breath in and out together first. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale to Om. As you exhale, you can bow your chin towards your chest. Gently flutter your eyes open. Welcome yourself back into the outside world. And then come to lie down on your backs. Almost like taking a Shavasana. Taking up as much space as you need. Gather your shoulder blades together and down on your back. And then come to feel and sense all the points of contact your body has with the earth. Notice your heels as they press down into the earth, your calves, the backs of your thighs and your glutes. Notice as your lower lumbar spine lifts up and away from the earth. And then your thoracic or middle back as it presses back down into the earth. Your shoulder blades and shoulders. Your upper arms, lower arms, and hands. And then notice as your cervical spine, or the back of your neck, as it lifts up and away from the earth. And then notice how the back of your skull presses down into the earth. Feeling the solidity beneath you, feeling grounded and supported here. And then come to notice the earth element within yourself. your bones, nails, teeth, hair, any food that you may have eaten earlier today. The earth element is within and all around us. And we can call upon this grounded, stable energy wherever we are. And as you lie here, I invite you to think of an area in your life where you think you could use a bit more balanced root chakra energy. Where do you need to ground into your being more? Where do you need more stability and security in your life? Allowing you to find your place in this world and your purpose. And then come back to your breath. Slowly invite some gentle movement to your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe give yourself a nice full body stretch. And then please come up onto all fours, taking tabletop pose. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide, again creating that nice solid foundation. Shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. As you inhale, initiate the movement from your tailbone. Lift it up to the sky, then allow your belly to drop, heart to open, look forwards or up, your head follows. Last thing to move. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under first, then allow your whole spine to round, belly in, chin in. Inhale, sit bones up, drop your belly open, heart. Exhale, round in, really spread your shoulder blades apart here. Inhale, tilt your tailbone up. Open up. Exhale, tuck it under, round in. Continue on as you follow the rhythm of your own breath here. And then come back to your neutral tabletop. Bring your big toes together, knees out as wide as you like. As you reach your bottom towards your heels and walk your hands out in front of you as you bow forward, bringing your forehead towards the earth. You can always stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands if that feels more supportive. And come back to your breath. For Balasana, child's pose. At any point in our practice today, you can come in this pose or any resting pose that allows you to come back to your breath, back to your center, and ground into your being. On your next inhale, lift up through a force. Tuck your toes under. As you exhale, reach your bottom up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Keep a nice and generous bend in your knees here to begin with. And you can reach one heel down and then the other. Walking your dog, waking up your back body. Make sure you're spreading your fingers really nice and wide, grounding through every single knuckle here, especially the thumb and index finger sides of your hands. As you inhale, look forward, slowly walk your feet forwards to the top of your mat. Lift your heart when you arrive. You can slide your hands up your shins, your thighs, creating a nice long line of energy from the crown of your tailbone, or from the root of your tailbone out of the crown of your head. Exhale to fold in. Let everything go here. Let your arms just hang or clasp opposite elbows. Let your head hang completely here. You can stay still or find any organic movement. Maybe swaying side to side. If you had your elbows clasped, release them now. Inhale, halfway lift again. Open up your heart. Exhale to forward fold. This time, as you inhale, lift with your legs. Rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bring your palms to face forward at your sides. Inhale to reach arms out in front, up overhead. Soften your knees as you exhale, hinge forwards. Let everything go here. Inhale, halfway lift, open up your heart. Exhale, fold in, let everything go. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Awesome. We're going to add on to that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Now this time as you exhale, fingertips frame your feet. Step your right foot back. Bring that right knee down. Pat it up if you need to. You can always grab the long edge of your mat and fold it over onto itself for extra padding. And then inhale, rise up, arms up overhead. So instead of fully dumping into your hips here, lift your hips back a little bit. Lengthen from your hip bones all the way up to your armpits. And then scissor your inner thighs in towards each other like you're holding an imaginary block between your thighs. Notice that muscular engagement, the strength within your legs, your roots. You want to keep that muscular engagement, that strength within, and then press from your pelvis down through your legs and feet to lift from your pelvis up and out through your heart, head, hands. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale forwards to plank pose, shoulders above wrists. Exhale, your knees, chest, and chin down to the earth. Keep your elbows hugging into your side body. Look ahead of you. And then untuck your toes. Inhale, slide forwards. Low cobra, shoulders away from your ears. Keep tucking your tailbone under. Then tuck your toes under. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Next, inhale, lift your right leg straight up and back. Keep your pelvis squared here. Exhale, draw your knee through and step that right foot through and bring your left knee down onto the earth. Again, you can always fold your mat over and pad that knee up if you need some extra padding, or if you've got a blanket or a sweater around, you can use that. Fingertips frame your front foot. If you can't quite reach to the earth here, you can use yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use soup cans, anything that's sturdy. Or if you don't have anything like that, you can bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Whatever's available to you. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands back. Straighten your right leg. You can bring your supports back with you, your blocks or your soup cans. Or you can keep your fingers down on the earth. Drive that right heel down into the earth and at the same time flex your toes towards your face. And if you're not quite feeling this in your hamstrings or IT band, you might want to play around with where your hips are. So if you're a little further back here and you're not quite feeling it, you can lift your hips up so your hip is above your left knee and then step that right foot further forwards. Some of you might like to keep your left toes tucked under and reach your bottom right down onto that left heel and then forward fold into it. You choose what serves you best here. Coming back to your breath. And then as you inhale, bend into your front knee, walk your hands forwards, low lunge. Exhale your back knee, left knee off of the earth. Inhale, come to step it forwards to meet your right at the top of your mat. Lift your heart when you arrive, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Soften your knees, inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. And we'll do all of that on the other side. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hinge forwards, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your fingertips, step your left foot back. Bring that left knee down, pat it up if you need to. Inhale, rise up, arms up overhead. Again, instead of fully dumping into your hips, lift your hips back a little bit. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Try and drag your right heel towards your left knee. Notice that scissoring action of your thighs, that muscular integrity of your lower limbs. Keep that. And then press your pelvis down through your legs and feet like you're growing roots into the earth to lift from your pelvis up and out and through your heart, head, hands. One more inhale here. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forwards to plank pose, shoulders above wrists. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth, Ashtangasana, 8-point pose. Untuck your toes, inhale, slide forwards to a cobra. You can come up a little bit higher here, but make sure your shoulders are away from your ears and keep tucking your tailbone under. And then tuck your toes under, exhale, back, downward facing dog. Coming back to your breath. And as you inhale, lift your left leg straight up and back. Three-legged dog. Keep your pelvis squared here. And then exhale, step that left foot through. Bring your right knee down. Fingertips frame your front foot. Again, you can grab any supports, blocks, soup cans, whatever you got, books on either side of your front foot, or you can bring both hands to the inside if you do not have any of those available for you, and you feel like you're rounding your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands back, straighten that left leg. Try and drive your left heel down, and at the same time, flex those toes towards your face. And again, you might have to play around with where your hips are. You might have to lift up and step that foot further forwards. Or you might like to keep your right toes tucked under and come sit back on your right heel. Remember to keep those left toes active, pointing up. You can stay upright or you can forward fold. Deep breaths here. Inhale, lift up, bend into your left knee, walk your hands forward. Exhale your right knee off of the earth. Inhale, step that right foot forward to meet your left at the top of your mat. Lift your heart and your eye, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands through heart center. Awesome work, everyone. Come to the top of your mat. I'm going to come face you, but you can stay at the top of your mat. Bring your feet pelvis distance apart so you can feel for your hip bones. Right underneath your hip bones is pelvis distance apart. You just want the pinky toe side, the baby toe edges of your feet to be parallel to the edges of your mat. So your toes just turn in very slightly. Arms down by your sides, palms face forward. And then lift all of your toes off of the earth. Feel how that creates this sense of four corners of both your feet driving down into the earth. Your pinky toe mounds, big toe mounds, the outer edges of your heels, the inner edges of your heels. And then slowly try and bring your pinky toe down first, your second toe, third toe, middle toe, and then finally your big toe. And then feel this solid connection to the earth. Feel the four corners of your feet rooting into the earth, but then at the same time, see if you can notice this uplifting energy from your feet, from the earth through your feet into the core of your being. Arms by your sides, palms face forward. You can soften or close your eyes. Feeling the strength and structure and solidity within your body here in mountain pose. Embodying the strength of the mountain. And then gently flutter your eyes open as you inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, hinge forwards, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your palms. You can step back to down dog if you like. Come to a child's pose, or if you'd like to throw in a flow, you can come to plank and lower to your belly or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, reach your right leg straight up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot right in the middle of your hands. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, rise up for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Check your foundation. Baby toe edge of your back foot should be parallel to the back edge of your mat. And if you're to draw a line from your front heel, it would hit right in the middle of your back arch. Arms out long, spread your fingers nice and wide. Creating length through the sides of your body, isometrically, so without moving them, try and pull your feet together. Again, notice that muscular strength within your body. And then from the center line of your body, the midline of your body, express this energy outwards in all directions. Turn your right palm up. As you inhale, reach your right arm up and gently rest your left hand to the back of your left thigh. Reversing your warrior here. Now stay in this reverse shape with your upper body. Just straighten your front leg, your right leg, coming into a reversed Trikonasana or triangle pose. Inhale here. Exhale, arms in line with shoulders. Inhale to reach out in front of you until you can't reach any further. Exhale your right hand along your right leg, wherever's available for you. Be your thigh, calf, maybe that block or soup can. And then reach that left arm straight up to the sky. Again, keep imagining you're squeezing your thighs together, holding that imaginary block here. Feeling the strength, structure, and stability of this triangle shape, the most stable structure in nature. Press into your front big toe, and you can always microbend your front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep your left hand down, frame your front foot, and then come to step your back foot in a little bit closer so that you can really press that left heel down. So both of your feet are flat. Your left toes are just pointing to the left top corner of your mat. And again, you can bring your hands up on blocks or on soup cans. You can rest your hands on your shin. Deep breaths here. And then again, hugging your inner thighs in towards each other, hugging that imaginary block. This will encourage your left hip to come forwards, right hip back. Keeping that strength within your legs, that stability. Press your pelvis down through your legs and feet to create roots into the earth. And then from your pelvis, lift up and out through your spine and out of the crown of your head. And you can stay upright here, or you can fold in for pyramid pose. Again, playing again with that shape of a triangle or pyramid shape. Feeling the strength of your lower body holding you here in space. Now inhale, just halfway lift. Keep your left hand down and bring your right thumb into your right hip crease. You can really encourage that right hip back, left hip forward. Keep squeezing that imaginary block. And then bring your right hand to your low back. And then as you exhale, turn over towards the right. And you can stay right here, or you can reach that right arm straight up to the sky for Pavarika Trikonasana, reverse triangle pose. Deep breaths here. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand back down. Gently bend into that front knee. Plant your palms. Step back either to down dog, to a child's pose, or invitation to flow here. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So inhale, lift that left leg straight up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot through, middle of your hands. Spin your right heel down, and then inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 on the other side. Again, check your foundation. Baby toe edge of your back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Front heel to back arch alignment. Arms out long, spread your fingers wide. Lengthen through the sides of your body, isometrically, so without moving them, pull your feet together. Feel the strength within, stability of your legs here as you engage that muscular energy. And then from the center line of your body, express that energy outwards in all directions. Turn your left palm up. As you inhale, reach your left arm up. Gently rest your right hand to the back of your right thigh. Reverse warrior. Stay with your breath here. And then stay in this reverse shape with your upper torso. Just straighten your left leg, your front leg. Coming into a reverse triangle pose. Inhale here. Exhale, arms in line with shoulders. Inhale, reach your left arm out in front of you until you can't reach any further. Exhale, left hand along your left leg, wherever's available to you. Right arm straight up to the sky. Again, you can bring your hand higher up here if that feels better, along your thigh, shin, block, soup can, book. Really try and turn your heart up towards the sky as you breathe. Feeling the strength again of your legs, holding you here in this stable structure of the triangle. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Frame your front foot. Step that right foot in a little bit. Turn your toes so they point more towards the top right corner of your mat. And then you can bring your hands up onto blocks, onto soup cans. You can rest them on your front shin if that feels better. Feel a little more supported here. And then you can stay upright, or you can hinge, coming into a forward fold. Again, really squeezing your inner thighs in towards each other. Coming into pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your left thumb into your left hip crease. Make sure you're pressing that left hip back, squeezing your inner thighs in towards each other. And bring your left hand to your low back, your sacrum. And then as you exhale, twist open towards your left hand side. You can reach that left arm straight up towards the sky. For Parivrita Trikonasana, deep belly breaths. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Gently bend into your front knee. Plant your palms and step back to down dog or to child's pose or invitation to flow here. And back to your breath. Inhale to look forwards. Walk, step, or hop your feet out to the outside edges of your hands, of your mat, and turn your toes out, heels in. Hands down on the earth, bend your knees, coming into a squat pose. You can come upright and rest your forearms on your legs, on your thighs if you like. Or you can bring your bottom down. Bring your hands to heart center. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees. And then creating that muscular engagement here by pressing your knees in towards your elbows, and then pressing your elbows against your knees, and then pulling your heart through, sliding your shoulder blades down and together on your back for Malasana. Deep breaths here. You can visualize that glowing orb of red light at your tailbone here. And imagine that energy is connecting you, rooting you down into the earth. And then bring your fingertips down again, lift your hips up, and then come to step your right foot back keeping both hands on the inside of your left foot. So your left foot should still be on the outer edge of your mat here for a lizard lunge. You can bring that right knee down right away if you like. I like to keep that knee lifted a little bit and just move a little bit here. You can do that with your knee down as well. You can always bring your hands up on your blocks or any support here if you like. If you want an inner groin stretch, flex the toes of your front foot, your left foot. Keep that foot active and then roll onto the pinky toe side of that foot. You should feel this in the outer hip, inner groin area. Remember to keep that foot active if you're in this variation. And you can stay upright on your fingertips, on your support here. Or you can come down onto your forearms, on your blocks, onto the earth. Notice if your ego pushes you into the shape you think you should be going into. And if that doesn't feel good, trust yourself, come out of it. So the root chakra is all about cultivating this sense of trust within ourselves. And when we push ourselves past our healthy limit, we don't create that sense of trust, right? You don't need to go 100%, not even 90%. 60, 70% is a great spot to be in. You really want to be able to stay with your breath here. Our breath connects to the parasympathetic nervous system, and when we're breathing freely and easily, deeply, this signals that rest and digest response. It lets us know, our body know, that it is safe. We are safe to let go. Drop into the pose a little bit more. So breathe deep into your left hip. If you're on your forearms, inhale, lift back up onto your fingertips. Bring the left sole of your foot down if you were on the baby toe edge. Lift your back knee or your right knee, and then see if you can come step forwards and come to sit back down into your squat. Just noticing the difference from your right hip to your left hip. Now fingertips down, lift your hips up again, and then see if you can step that left foot back. Coming into lizard lunge on the other side. I like to keep my back knee lifted. You can bring that back knee down right away if you feel you need that support. If you want that inner groin stretch, flex the toes of your right foot. Keep that foot active and then roll onto the pinky toe side of that foot. Again, your hands can be up on blocks and soup cans or books for more support. Keep that right foot active if you're on the baby toe edge of that foot. You can stay upright on your fingertips, or you can bring your forearms down onto your support or onto the earth. Again, no need to push yourself to 90 or 100% here. Make sure you can breathe. So our root chakra can be imbalanced. It can either be blocked or overactive. When this energy center is blocked, there's a downfall of motivation, lack of motivation, and we can feel a lack of our sense of purpose or belonging in this world, which can translate into being insecure or restless and having low self-esteem. Or if this energy center is overstimulated, this can manifest in anxiety, fear, rage. It's almost like our sympathetic nervous system, that fight, flight, freeze response is active almost all the time. But by balancing this energy center, we begin to find the sense of safety, security, and stability within our body, within ourselves, wherever we go, so that we feel we've found our place in this world. If you're all the way down in your forearms, inhale, come back up onto your fingertips. Bring the right sole of your foot back down if you're on the baby toe edge. Lift your back, left knee, and see if you can come step forwards again. Come down into your Malasana, your squat. And then see if there's a bit more space for you here now. These are deep hip openers, so notice what comes up for you here. A lot of us store our emotions in our hips. So when in these deep hip openers, we can experience stuck memories, thought patterns, emotions. So be gentle, be kind to yourself. Simply acknowledge what is there. And then come back to your breath. And then gently flutter your eyes open. As gracefully as you can, bring your hands behind you and sit back onto your bottom. Extend your legs out in front of you. Maybe shake your legs out a little bit here. You can bend your knees. And drop your knees from side to side. And then slowly roll down onto your back. Plant your feet underneath your knees. And then bend your elbows 90 degrees. And bring your elbows close in towards your ribcage, your side body. Spread your fingers wide. Your fingers are pointed straight up. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips up, coming into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, Sarvangasana. Lengthen from your armpits up to your hip bones. Gather your shoulder blades together on your back, and then press from the back of your skull down to lift your chest and bum up even higher. You can stay right here. You can interlace your fingers, rolling up onto your shoulders a little bit further. Really tucking your tailbone up towards the sky. Deep breaths here. Make sure you're not squeezing your chin in towards your throat. Keep some space there. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Slowly release each vertebra back down onto the earth. And just pause here a moment. You can let your knees knock in towards each other. Just notice the energy in your tailbone, the energy along your spinal column. And then Set your feet underneath your knees again. Arms in those kind of robot yoga arms. Draw them as close into your side body as you can. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Gather your shoulder blades together on your back. And then press from the back of your skull down to lift your chest and bum up higher. You stay here or interlace the opposite finger on top. The funny feeling way behind your back, rolling up onto your shoulders even further. Come back to your breath. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release each vertebra back down onto the earth. Just pause here a moment. And then come to hug both knees in towards your chest. Rock a little side to side here, massaging your low back. Inhale here. Exhale, allow both your knees to drop over to your left hand side. You can open up your arms into a T shape, or cactus arms. You can anchor that right knee down with your left hand. You can look over your right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Try and be passive here, allowing gravity to do the work. Draw your head and knees back through center. And then as you exhale, allow your knees to drop over to your right hand side. Open up your arms into whatever shape feels best for you. You can look over your left shoulder if that's okay on your neck. Draw your head and knees back through center. Give yourself one final squeeze here. You can lift up and really hug your knees into your chest. And send some love to your legs, your roots. Appreciate how they carry you wherever you need to go, connecting you to the earth. And then exhale. Release everything, coming into Shavasana, your final resting pose. Take up as much space as you need. Gather your shoulder blades down and together on your back. Tuck your tailbone up towards the sky. your low back is feeling a bit tight, you can keep your knees bent, knocking in towards each other. Shavasana is the most important pose of our practice. It's where everything is integrated, mind, body, and soul. The ultimate pose of surrender. Try your best to lie as still as you possibly can here, as you let go of any breath control, any holding in your body, and quiet your mind for our final resting pose. movement to your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. As you inhale, you can reach up overhead, giving yourself a nice full body stretch. And bend your knees and roll over to one side, taking fetal pose, using your bottom arm as a pillow. And just pause here a moment to thank yourself, to honor yourself for showing up for yourself, giving yourself this beautiful gift, not only of a physical practice, but also allowing you to really reconnect with who you truly are. And then very gently press into the earth to lift yourself up to your seat. Bring your hands together at heart center. Revisit that area in your life that you are trying to balance your Muladhara Chakra, trying to invite this grounded energy. Planting this seed here and now so that you can nurture and tend to it for the rest of the year and the rest of your life. And we will close our practice by chanting one last sound of Om together. Again, an Ah, O, sound. Let's take a clearing breath in and out together. First, inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale to Om. As you exhale, you can bow your chin towards your chest. May you come to balance your Muladhara or root chakra as you find a sense of safety, security, and stability within your life and within yourself so you feel at home wherever you go. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Thank you so much, everyone. Hit like if you liked this class. I will try and be a bit more on top of it and keep adding more classes to this channel. And please feel free to follow me on Instagram at CatQuinYoga, the same kind of handle here on YouTube. And enjoy the rest of your days. I hope you feel grounded and stable within yourself. Eat some nourishing food, drink lots of water, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.